Hey guys, what's going on? Fatalookin here, and today I'm just going to bring about three tips about music production and how to make your song, whatever song it is, whether it's rock or hip hop or whatever, make your song sound professional just on a simple program called FL Studio, which is what I use to produce my music. If you haven't heard my music yet, go to my channel and look around, there's tons of them. Anyway, yeah, so these are my tips on music production and how to make your song, like, sound professional, so to say. Alright guys, so my first tip is to make sure your song is mastered well. And no matter how awesome your song is, doesn't matter how awesome your melody is or how awesome the sounds you use are, if you don't master your track properly, it won't sound good. Simple as that. I can't explain that any clearer. But if you use an FL Studio, I will tell you what effects I use in the master track to master a song well, so it sounds fairly professional for FL Studio anyway. So the first thing, sorry, just let me get it up. Alright, so the first thing I use is, don't say that it's shit, because it is shit, but if you use it full ball, it does sound awful. But the first thing that I put into my master effects thingy is Soundgoodizer. And if you leave it how it is, if you just open up the effect and leave it how it is, it won't sound good. It will just mess up your track. No, even though it's called Soundgoodizer, it doesn't work like that. But what I do is I get Soundgoodizer and then I turn it down nearly all the way, but I leave a little bit there. If you don't know what I mean, just I can't tell you to download FL Studio, but if you have FL Studio, go to the effects and go to Soundgoodizer, then you'll see what I mean. There's like a huge knob button thingy, and if you turn it down all the way, if you turn it down nearly all the way, it'll sound pretty good. Anyway, and the second thing I add is a Fruity Multiband Compressor, and pretty much what this does is gets all your sounds that you use and just compresses it, and then with that being done, you can add a lot of effects like let me just go to it. And then once you open it up, you can go to an arrow at the side of the box. Open that. Oh my god, I hate my mouse pad on my old laptop. And then you go to presets, and then the little preset that I use on this effect is called mastering 2.4 decibels, and once you click that, leave it how it is, don't change anything, because it will just mess it up. You can experiment if you want, but yeah. So once I click that, along with having Soundgoodizer, I just leave that how it is, and then I play it, and it sounds pretty good. But there's one more problem with it. It doesn't have enough bass, and that's a huge problem. Especially with electro tracks, you gotta have bass. Like, you gotta have a lot of bass. And how I do that is I open up a effect called Fruity Parametric EQ 2, or you can use number 1 if you prefer that, but number 2 comes with FL Studio 10, and number 11 that's coming out soon. I can't wait for that. But anyway, once you open this, it's pretty much like an EQ editor, so you can edit the high frequencies of your song, you can edit the low, you can edit the mid. It's a pretty cool effect to have, especially with electro production. But what I do is to the EQ is I turn the bass up a little bit, and then I go to the MIDI, not the MIDI, the middle frequency, which is a number 4. I put that up a little bit, not too much though, because then it'll sound a little bit, not distorted, but a little. It will have a little bit of a flanger effect, and we don't want that on our electro track. And then the high frequency, the highest, which is a 7, you turn that up a little bit too, so it's pretty much just a wave. Leave that how it is, and you've just mastered your track pretty well. Alright guys, so another tip that I have to master your track well, I wouldn't really say master, but to make your song sound fairly professional, is sidechaining. Now, Sidechaining is a very difficult concept to explain. I can't explain it well, but the best way I can explain it is once you add a sidechain to a synth, so say you put a synth into a insert, if you use FL Studio, you'll know what I mean. But if you put your synth added to an insert, then you get a kick, put into another insert, and then get your kick, and then add a I forgot the name of it. God damn it, I suck. Add a Fruity Peak Compressor. Is it compressor? Oh my god. Controller, sorry. Fruity Peak Controller. My bad. And pretty much, you add that into the kick insert, and then you go back to your, and then you open up Fruity Peak Controller, and then you unmute it, because once you open that effect up, it automatically mutes the kick, which we don't really want, unless you don't want to hear the kick. But, then you go to your synth insert, then you right-click on the volume panel on that insert, go link to controller, and then choose your kick. It's a bit hard to explain, so I'll make a tutorial for you guys. Yeah, I'll make a tutorial on how to sidechain properly. I'll put a link in the description once it's uploaded. But yeah, I'll do that. So pretty much, sidechaining does make your song sound pretty good, especially for an electro track. Okay, the last tip that I have, and it's probably one of the most important to me anyway, is have fun while making it. Like, think of producing music as an activity that you do. Just have fun. Like, if you keep on saying to yourself, oh, this song's gonna sound awful, like, I don't want to do this, but I have to because my YouTube channel tells me to. Of course, your song's gonna be shit. Like, if you don't put your time into it, if you don't put your heart into it, it's not gonna sound good. It's simple. Like with all my songs, I put my heart into it, and that's what you gotta do. And even though I'm not the most popular music artist out there, I still do it. I still put my heart into it. I still work really hard on my music, and that's what you gotta do too. So that's one of my most important tips to me, is just have fun. Like, even if you're not the best music producer, just have fun. It's music. Music's fun, you know? So those are my 3 tips for music production or making songs. I might release a part 2 because there is more, but I don't really want to go into too much detail. But if you want me to, I will make a part 2. But yeah, those are my tips. Hope you've at least learned one thing from this video. I'm Fat Illusion. Hope you enjoyed, and I am out.